All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another MLB The Show 24 stream here on Twitch. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry, my bad. I thought I muted that. That's my bad. Anyway, sorry, let me start over. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another MLB The Show 24 stream here on Twitch. I'm NextJGGen24, and today we're going to be checking out some of the new programs that came out. There's a lot of things to get over, a lot of things to cover here. They just added 3 new programs, and they also introduced a challenge for the community that I will be going over here in a second. But first, let's get to the new programs, shall we? So, obviously, we have the latest Season 3 Drops 4 program. This one features Thomas Sagisi. Sorry, Thomas Sagisi. I'll get to that in a second, CJ. I'll get to that. So that is again, I hope I said that right. I probably didn't. I do apologize if I didn't. I'm not familiar with this guy. There's also Brandon Basso from the Oakland A's. There's also Joey Cantillo. You're going to notice that a lot of these programs, especially now, are going to feature a lot of call-up guys because it is September. This is, where the rosters expand, guys come up. And so, Joey Cantillo, Sam Hilliard, he's not a call-up guy right now. He's not a call-up guy. He's been up here for a while. And then, of course, it all ends with Michael Busch. It says here that he batted .478 for a week and blasted 4 home runs during the 6-game stretch, so good for him. There are also additional cards to go after, like you see some of them here. Tommy Edman, Sean Manaea from the Mets, so whoopee on that. You also have Kumar Rocker, former Mets draft pick that refused to sign with them. Hunter Goodman, and then Luis Angel Acuna. Yes, Luis Angel Acuna. I've been saying it wrong all year. I've been saying Luis Angel Acuna. It is not. It is Luis Angel Acuna. I do apologize for that. Clearly, my Spanish is not very good. I have not taken Spanish since I left middle school. So I do apologize about that, but I am going to make it right, and I'm going to make sure that I say it right from here on out. You could bet that I'm going after Manaea as well as Acuna. I am gonna buy them. Manaea, I may wait a little while because he is rather expensive. But Acuna is definitely he's gonna happen. He is definitely going to happen. And honestly, I may even just put a buy order in for him right now. 17,556. I mean, what a tear Acuna has been on since he got called up to the Mets. Seriously. He's had 2 home runs in the last 2 games. Just calm down, CJ. We'll get to him. But he's had 2 home runs, he's had a triple, double, he's been contributing, he's been driving in runs. I mean, Acuna has been very solid for the Mets. Now, you may argue, oh, he's just going up, he just had 2 games against the Nationals, they're not really, or he just had a game against the Nationals, so yeah, of course he was going to do well. Listen, he also had to go up against the Phillies, who have some pretty solid pitching. Okay? So for Acuna to come in and contribute like he's been doing, dude, I am all for this. Acuna is hot right now, and I love it. So that's the latest drop program. Obviously, I'm going to have to skip over Schmidt because CJ wants to see Shohei Ohtani. And in case you guys didn't know from last night, Ohtani has officially created the 50-50 club. 50 stolen bases, 50 home runs. I mean, the dude there was no doubt in my mind that he wasn't gonna hit it. I thought for a long time, or I knew for a while he was gonna get 50-50. Just looking at his stats, I mean, this guy's all around solid. It's such a shame that he's a designated hitter and not an outfielder, but especially with those fielding stats. But hey, at least he's there. So the way that you could get him, you gotta hit 50 home runs, steal 50 bases, and you have to do one home run. You have to recreate his moment when he hit his 50th home run. Do that, and Shohei Ohtani is yours. Honestly, this is probably the simplest mission to complete, or the simplest program. I think just the 50-50 maybe daunting, but honestly, you could go play at Coors Field. You could go play at Costco Park, and you can get these done almost immediately. And you don't even have to like get doubles. If you're not going to get a home run, just get or put a lot of speed guys that have power, like Craig Biggio, um, Griff, or I think Swanson has some power. I think Hank Aaron has some power too. Yeah. So you could do Hank Aaron. You could do Craig Biggio, Jackie Robinson. If those guys don't hit home runs for you, don't even bother going for second and third, or don't bother going for extra base hits. Just go get the stone. Just put them on first and have them steal bags. You do those like you do. Let's say you steal 2 bags with 5 players. That's 10 right there. That's the way I would approach it. And in fact, that's probably how I'm going to approach it. But yeah, 50-50 for Shohei Ohtani. That's new. And then also the Mike Schmidt evolution program as well. This is really a throwback to 2021. Honestly, I can't even remember the last time that, other than 2020 or MLB The Show 21, I don't remember getting an evolution program. Maybe we had one, last year or 2 years ago, but this is the first one that I remember off the top of my head since 21. But anyway, what you have to do, there's some moments, including an extreme moment. You also have to get missions, obviously Phillies. You got to get XP with his rookie card as well as his standout card. And then you got to hit home runs with legends, which if you're doing that with Hank Aaron and Craig Biggio or other guys, Jackie Robinson, hey, you could kill 2 birds with 1 stone right there. Extra base hits, Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, I'll even look to see which cards are available for this. So season 3, yeah, Schwarber. You could do it with Schwarber if you're still trying to do season 3. If not, then don't worry about it. You could use Walker if you guys have Walker. You could definitely use him. You could use Aaron Nola. Not a lot of power, but he's there. There's also JT Realmuto as well. If you're just looking to use season 3 cards, okay. Let me make that clear. If you're planning on doing that, if not, then you can use any of those season 1 and 2 cards in it. I think they should count for that mission. Yeah, it doesn't look like there are any restrictions, so no season 3. Yeah, so I think you'll be fine. You also need rookie series guys as well. So no, not the prospects. No, not the call-ups. It has to be rookie. And you need to get total bases with them. So there's also a showdown here against Bob Gibson that if you complete it, you get 20 program stars. So that gets you right to that immediately gets you Schmidt, his rookie card, and then you just got to get five more to get his standout card. In fact, I'm pretty sure I have that 1983 card. And then, of course, at the end of it is 99 overall Mike Schmidt milestone card highlighting his 500 career home or 500 plus career home runs that he had. So those are all the new programs that are in the game. So now that I've gone over that, what do you say we start working on some of these programs? I think we could start with the season 3 awards one, especially since I just bought Acuna. We could do that, and we can try to get the Ohtani card done and the Mike Schmidt card. We could, because after all, Kyle Schwarber, he's eligible for it. There is, and in fact, I'll show it one more time. There you go. It's part of a new program. So all you have to do to get this card, 50 stolen bases, 50 home runs, and do one moment. You do that, you get this Shohei Ohtani card. So that's all you got to do for it. It sounds like a lot, but listen to me, Dodger. Okay? You could play at Coors Field or Costco Park to get those 50 home runs. And if you don't get, and I would build up a lineup full of speed guys. All right, speed guys that have power, because even if they don't manage to get the home run, at the very least they can steal the bag. So just go for the single, and then just swipe 2 bags with them. You'll get the stolen bases fairly soon. Hold on one second. Now I'm just gonna set this lineup. Just make sure that I have everything all set. Yeah, Corbett Carroll. What's in the packs? What packs? What packs are we referring to here? Okay. All right. I can talk about that. Just give me 1 second. I just want to make sure that I have everything all set. Oh yeah, where's Acuna? I feel like I should. Is he a shortstop? Oh, frick. Sorry, Alvarez. You're going to the bench. That's all right. I need to replace these. I need to replace these guys that are not. That are not season 3, because they don't count anything. Just hold on 1 second, and I'll show you. So we are gonna get Driscoll, Griffin Conine, and I wish I had. Well, could do. You know what? Nah. Actually, maybe no. We'll do Real Moto. Get that in there. Yep, add him. Shouldn't be any season awards guys, right? No, didn't think so. And then there's obviously a couple. There should be a couple relievers. No? Oh, because my filter is still on season awards. That's right. Just give me a minute. I'll be right with you guys in a second here. Hold on. Okay. So Dodger, you wanted to see the new packs? Ooh, we got a flash sale. We got flash sales. You can earn 2 chase packs, or you could buy 2 chase packs and earn 2 free millionaire packs. I'm glad that I looked at that. Let's see, can I get Sosa? No, I do not get Sosa. What a shame. I got Jack Flaherty instead. Anyway, yes, so the new packs, the new season awards packs include Tommy Edman. They include Sean Manaea, Hunter Goodman, Kumar Rocker, and Luis Angel Acuna. So those are your. Is there anyone you want me to go over? Because I'd really like to start moving on. Actually, let me buy another one. I'm feeling particularly. I couldn't pass up $20,000. What? Jack Flaherty again? Are you kidding me? Gosh darn it! Just wasted a lot of cards on that. Okay, so anyway, you think Max Muncy? No idea, dude. No idea. I think that's up to any player to decide what they want to do. If they want to stay in their entire careers with one team, I say go for it, and God bless them, because that's a rarity in itself to have guys do that. What about Ohtani? He's not going anywhere. He's there for 10 years. He's playing the rest of his career with the Dodgers. So that's not going to change. Six out of 6, best performance. I don't understand what the. Oh, you mean him reaching the 50-50. Yeah, I saw it. I knew about it. Okay, good for him. Good for him. I mean, we always knew that Ohtani was special. He just proved it. Oh, you're talking about the game itself. No, I did not watch the game. I only saw that he got the 50-50. Yes. The much needed win. I'm glad that you brought up the Mets, because that was a much needed win. Albeit the Phillies definitely made it close, coming to within 3. Not Ronald Acuna. It's Luis Angel Acuna, his brother. His brother is on the Mets. Ronald Acuna Jr. is on the Braves. Now remember, if I don't... Nope. If I don't get a base, if I don't get a home run with any of these guys, or any of my speed guys, they're swiping bags. Plain and simple.
He's going, running.
At the end of the day, the Mets have to beat the Phillies in order to keep their playoff hopes alive. Because right now, we can't rely on the D-backs or the Padres or the Braves losing. We have to play every game as though we are at risk of being eliminated from the playoffs that day. I know that seems silly, especially since we have a 2-game difference over the Braves right now, but you have to remember that the Mets and the Braves are going to go up against each other in Atlanta next week in a 3-game series. What was supposed to be 2 is now a 3-game series because of a makeup day. Your Mets fan, Matt Olson, is heating up at the wrong time. Hey, it is what it is. The Mets will have their chance next week. If they really want to put some distance between them and the Braves, they take 2 against Atlanta. Do that, you go into the series against Milwaukee, and all you need to do is win 1 game, and the Mets will clinch the playoff berth. But first it starts with getting through Philly. Okay? As it stands right now, it's either going to be San Diego or it's going to be Milwaukee. The only hope for the Mets and the Braves to both make it is if the Padres and the D-backs beat up, or the Padres or the D-backs beat up on each other the final series, because the Padres and D-backs are going up against one another. I will point out that the Mets are winning right now without Lindor. Lindor is hurt. No, he isn't playing, and yet the Mets are winning. Yes, this series, it obviously started with the Mets having a sweep against the Nationals, like they were supposed to. Strike 3, sit out. Okay? But those are the type of wins you need to get. What was impressive was that last night, they beat the Phillies, scoring 10 runs. Okay? And they're all doing it without Lindor. I'd say that's pretty impressive. Makes you wonder, is it better to keep Lindor out of the lineup when he's healthy? Absolutely not. Lindor is a solid bat. There's no reason to keep him out of the lineup. If he's hurt, then yes, there is a reason to keep him out, because you want him healthy, especially when they go to Atlanta next week. But, if he's healthy, he should be playing. He should not be sitting on the bench right now just because things are working. He needs to be in the lineup. Got demands? What does that mean? I say bring him back for 1 game when he's healthy and he looks bad. Sure. I mean, but look, if you're only giving him like 1 game, that's not really fair, especially if he's coming off an injury. I mean, some players really struggle, or some players get off to a bad start when they come back from injury. That doesn't mean they should be benched. Tommy Edman is on fire right now. There you go. Oh, I see. All right. Well, good for you. Yeah, but the wild card race. No. But remember that the Braves are going up against the Royals in the final series, and that's not an easy team. In fact, I think the Royals just clinched, or the Royals are going to be playoff a playoff team. So, you know, I always thought they were good. I thought they were in it. I haven't looked at the AL wild card. I know the Guardians just clinched the AL Central. But hey, but you know what? This gives them more motivation, because if the Royals need the last series to be able to make the playoffs, well, that's just good for the Mets. That's good for them, because then the Royals are going to be playing hard to make sure they make the postseason. And they might beat up on the Braves. Who knows? So, overall, what I'm saying is that this National League wildcard race, it's going to come down to that last week of baseball. Okay? I mean, think about it. You have the Mets going up against the Brewers. You have the Braves going up against the Royals, and you have the Padres going up against the D-backs. This is going to be a bloodbath for the NL wildcard race. This is going to be a bloodbath, and I am here for it. All it comes down, 4 teams, 3 wildcard spots. Exactly the way it should be. It is, look, Ben, it is what it is, okay? That's how the schedule worked out. But they're not going to have an easy end to the season. Much like the Mets aren't going to have it, and neither are the Braves going to have it. The D-backs and the Padres are going to have to beat up on one another to determine who is going to be in the wild card. And honestly, I think, and that could have major implications, because let's say the D-backs sweep the Padres. That could put them in the first wild card spot. And now they have home field advantage over the San Diego Padres. Or let's say the Padres sweep the D-backs. Now all of a sudden we're talking about the D-backs being out of contention, especially if the Braves beat up on the Royals.
Outside, that's a ball.
There are so many scenarios with the National League wildcard race. There are so many scenarios. That's why this last week, or this last week and a half, is going to be crucial. That's why the Mets cannot afford to drop this series against the Phillies. They cannot put themselves out of contention before they go to Atlanta. They can't. Now, what happens in Atlanta happens. Okay, but first we got to get there, and I think the Mets know that. It's, you know what? Maybe he saw that Judge was just having too good of a season and was like, I can't beat this guy. Now, just imagine if Ohtani had stayed with the Angels. I think, now, who do you make the argument for who wins the American League MVP? Judge or Ohtani? If he had stayed with the Angels. That's a whole interesting discussion. You would think, but again, I think a lot of people would be hung up on him being a DH and Judge plays the outfield. Plus, it's the Yankees. I mean, Ohtani had had a scoreboard in right center that as long as you hit it above, if you hit the scoreboard above the wall, it was a home run. You know, I seem to remember places like Globe Life Park, or not Globe Life Park, Fenway Park, Arlington Stadium, where scoreboards, if you hit them, they were not home runs. They were usually extra base hits. Or singles in some cases. So, I would argue that Ohtani, if he hit a lot of his home runs that way, I mean, you can't really, I wouldn't really say anything about Judge having Mickey Mouse short deck home runs. Especially since Judge isn't even, he's not even a lefty hitter, he's a righty hitter. And would we say the same thing about Ohtani if he were playing in a Yankees uniform? If he were hitting at Yankee Stadium with that short right field fence? So that's my argument. But again, he's a DH. Judge is an outfielder. He plays the outfield. In fact, I want to see how many games he's played this year. Let's see how many games. Let's see how many games Judge has played. Baseball reference. You. Aaron Judge in 2024. He's played 151 games. And he's played center field, right field, left field, DH. He's played a lot of positions. So, maybe not all of them were starts, but, or maybe not all of them were starts in the outfield, but he's definitely played them. Whereas Ohtani, he's been, what has he been? Mostly a DH with a few outfield starts here and there. I guess what my point is that, you know, baseball writers are going to have to weigh on whether to reward a designated hitter an MVP trophy. You know, that may sound like me saying, oh, well, then Ohtani doesn't deserve it. Instead, it should go to Lindor. No. For me, the 50-50 season means that Ohtani clinched it. Okay? To me, Ohtani clinched the NL MVP with the 50-50 season. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Lindor, he's had a fantastic season, but unfortunately, he went up against Ohtani, and not only that, he had a terrible first half of the season. Therefore, you know, you don't reward someone like Lindor for just a great second half. That's not the way it works. An MVP is someone who leads, who is consistently good throughout the season. So Ohtani deserves the NL MVP award. Lindor will probably earn second, definitely top 5 votes, but he is not, in my mind, the MVP this season. Unfortunately, you know, the Mets figured it out too late for him to earn the award that he should have been batting leadoff the entire time. Instead of trying to make him a power hitter, you know, and hitting home runs in the third and batting cleanup or fifth. That shouldn't have been the way it was. He should have been leadoff. They figured it out too late for him to earn the MVP, and that's fine. So we'll see Ohtani. Okay. We'll see what kind of a person he is in the playoffs. Or what kind of a player. After all, it's going to be his first playoff appearance. So, this is the first time we're going to see him in the postseason. That's not a home run, I'm not going. Yep. Take the single.
The batter number 10, second baseman, Gary Davis.
0-1.
Maybe, but postseason is a totally different game. Postseason baseball in the MLB is totally different. And World Baseball, you're talking about the World Baseball Classic? Come on, man. One game versus what could be a 5-game series. Then you gotta get through a 7-game series in the NLCS. Then you have to get through seven games in the World Series. One inning strikes out 3 guys. Look, Ben, we'll see what happens, okay? It's no doubt that Ohtani is one of the biggest stars in the MLB right now. There's no doubt about that. But we gotta see what happens when he enters the playoffs. We don't know. I mean, you could argue that Judge, what about Judge? Aaron Judge, you know, the guy that hit 62 home runs 2 years ago? You remember him? Not to mention he's on the Yankees, which is a fairly recognizable team. I'd love to see that theory tested out. Maybe internationally, but I think Judge is more recognizable because of the fact that the team that he plays for and what he was able to accomplish 2 years ago with 62 home runs. An American League record, by the way. He broke Roger Maris's record. Did Ohtani ever do that? Not as far as I know.
Ball that side. Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I'm just saying.
3.
Yes. Okay. So Japan, he outbeats Aaron Judge. That's understandable.
No balls, 2 strikes. 3.
Well, I would not do it in New York. If you came to New York, Judge is more recognizable, and I'm saying that as a Mets fan. So you have data on that? You have data on that to back that up? Because at least I could say in New York, yeah, Judge, because he plays for the Yankees, fans here in New York City and northern New Jersey, because there are Yankee fans here, know who Judge is. Is that social media presence because of his translator? You know, the one that got in trouble for gambling? There we go. Now we're starting to belt the home runs. I'm just saying, this is a difficult conversation to have. Right. But no one in the American League has hit more than 62 home runs. Judge did that, and that was with Ohtani, you know, on the Angels. So Ohtani's created the 50-50 club, but Judge holds the American League record for home runs in a single season. Probably the closest we've ever gotten to Mark McGwire's 70 in a long time. Attaboy, Cunha. But see, Ben, this is the great thing about sports. We can debate this. I don't think there's a wrong answer. Both Ohtani and Judge are recognizable stars. Both of them are. I'm not disputing that Ohtani's name doesn't conjure up, you know, oh yeah, I know him, or I know about him. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that he is one of the biggest stars because you also have to factor in Aaron Judge. And again, I'm saying that as a Mets fan. Would I be saying this as a Mets fan that Judge is one of the most recognizable players in the MLB? Would I be saying that? Not as a Mets fan, but I am, because it's the truth. I'd have all kinds of biases against Judge. Oh, he's a Yankees player. Oh, I don't like Yankee players. They just have that short right field bench or right field porch and everything. What about Juan Soto? What about Soto? Probably the biggest free agent who's going to be coming to, or the biggest free agent this offseason. Can't forget about Soto either. Yeah, see, I don't judge based on social media. There's a lot of different factors. That is certainly one factor, yes, but that's not the determining factor. Also, jersey sales. You know, what teams do they play for? That kind of stuff. What have they done in their careers? Well, Ohtani is probably going to get both American League and National League MVP, or he's going to get the NL MVP. I think that's the first time in a long time, if not certainly in MLB history, that a player has won both the American League and National League MVP. In fact, let's look that up. I want to look that up. But Judge has 62 home runs, 2022 MVP. He's likely going to have a second MVP this year. Hold on. I'll do this once I get a break in the game here, because I am curious about it. I am curious as to who, if any other players, won both National League and American League MVP.
The center fielder,
Who
Jesse
won both
Winker.
AL and NL MVP? Frank Robinson. He is the only player in Major League Baseball to win the MVP award in both the American League and the National League. He did in 1961 with the Cincinnati Reds, and then in 1966, he did it with the Baltimore Orioles after winning the Triple Crown. So Frank Robinson is the only player in MLB history to win both the American League and National League MVP up until Ohtani does it after the World Series. Or actually, it's probably it should be, maybe they'll even announce it during the playoffs. I forget how they did it last year. Did they do it during the playoffs, or did they wait till after the World Series? I don't remember.
Oh, that's good.
Unless that's a home run, I'm not going for two. Luis Angel Acuna is going to get.
Second baseman,
Is going to get stolen bases.
Ball, that pitch is up. He's
Nice. And then if Darren Baker gets on, he's going to swipe some bags too. Nice. So, it's a very interesting debate. It is a very interesting debate. I'm just saying, like, we'd be having this tough conversation today if Ohtani was in the American League, and maybe Lindor would be getting the MVP right now instead of Ohtani, but
one's the count.
that's not the way it's going to go. So, I believe both Judge and Ohtani are going to get the MVP awards. So I feel like stats are only recognized among baseball fans. So 62 home runs means it's only important to baseball fans? 62 home runs? You know how many people have more home runs than Aaron Judge does in a single season? One person, Mark McGwire, who had 70. And that was during the steroid era. So you could argue that right now, Judge, and I did not know that at all. Wait a minute. You're telling me, Ben.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
So you're telling me you did not know at all about Judge hitting 62 home runs in 2022?
Nope. That's inside.
I'm not saying every American is a baseball fan. I'm not saying that.
now the right fielder, Hunter.
That was a big deal, Ben. I remember that. It was heavily covered by the news. It was such a big news story. I remember covering it. The watch for 62. Even if you didn't know about baseball, if you turned on the news, national, state, local, whatever, newspapers, social media, you would have heard it. But Ohtani has never hit 62 home runs. He just hit 50.
Ball one.
And we only have a week and a half left to go. What do you think they're watching on Facebook? They're watching highlights.
Hey.
And what they saw in 2022, 62 home runs from Aaron Judge. I can't believe that I'm actually standing up for Aaron Judge, a Yankees player right now. You're getting a Mets player to stand up for Aaron Judge. I'm not saying that. What I said was that it's not the determining factor. To me, it's one of the factors. Oh, there's a lot of things to look on social media. Dogs, you mentioned Ohtani has a dog. Okay, people like dog videos. They like cat videos. They like animal videos. Judge has a dog too. In fact, I've seen his dog on Yankee Stadium before. Or at Yankee Stadium. I've seen him.
No balls, 2 strikes. That's a ball.
So you're going to completely disregard home runs as a stat. I think that's the biggest mistake you can make as a baseball or a non-baseball fan. Because what does everyone enjoy in baseball? About baseball? The home runs. And if we're going to disregard 62 home runs, then let's completely disregard Ohtani's 50 home runs. Let's completely disregard those because those clearly don't matter. So then, therefore, all that's special about him is 50 stolen bases. That's all that's special about him. You are not disregarding home runs here, Ben. You are not disregarding home runs. Because then, Ohtani's 50 home runs don't matter. If Aaron Judge's 62 home runs in 2022 don't matter, then Ohtani's 50 home runs this year don't matter either. And thus, the 50-50 club means absolutely nothing by that logic. Okay, so then let's disregard home runs then. In fact, let's disregard Ohtani's did you not hear me say jersey sales? Did you not hear me say the stats as well? Do stats and jersey sales mean nothing? Because to me, they mean something. It means that player makes more money. The team makes more money. And it also means you're going to watch a lot of people wearing that jersey in the streets, at games.
That's a ball.
You know, I would love to see a home run derby between Judge and Ohtani. I'd love to see it. In fact, Judge has a home run derby. He was home run derby champion in 2017. Where's Ohtani's home run derby championship? And as far as I can remember, and I know he was in the Rockies one, he might have even been in the one in Dodger Stadium too. He was definitely in the one this year, wasn't he? Oh no, wait, he wasn't actually. He wasn't.
Nope.
Except, what's the most popular aspect of the All-Star game? What's the most popular aspect? The home run derby. And everyone pays attention to All-Star Weekend, particularly the home run derby when it comes up. Everyone that's a baseball fan.
No ball, 2 strikes.
The third baseman, number 24, Ryan McMahon.
I didn't say every person in the U.S. is a baseball fan, though, Ben. Uh, 2013 or 2008 and 2013. Those were the 2 times that the All-Star game was in New York. Bold claim, Ben. Bold claim. The man who's going to win the American League MVP, his second. The man who currently holds the single season home run record in the American League with 62, that propelled him to his first MVP award over Ohtani, might I add.
Let's go ahead. He's safe. Nope, that's the ball. Oh, okay.
That's a good question. That is a very good question.
Oh, that's inside.
That I do not know. Maybe Pujols? Albert Pujols? Maybe? He definitely had speed when he was an outfielder, and then they changed him to first baseman. He might have still been fast, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I can tell you Alonso is not fast. Alonso is definitely not fast. I don't think Freddie is fast either. I mean, I'm not going to go based off of stats for I'm not going to go based off of stats for or attributes in MLB The Show 24, because that's just a game designer's opinion. If anything, what might tell us is who has the most stolen bases among first basemen. That might tell us who's quick, because you have to be pretty quick to be able to steal base. You could also get a good start, but let's see. As soon as I get done with this at bat, then I'll check, because I think it's worth checking out. Strike 3, sit down.
The right fielder, number 15.
All right, let's see.
Good man.
Most stolen bases by a first base. Sorry, I have to get this. Unfortunately, the pitch clock is something. Even in offline games. Strike 3, sit down.
Now pitching for the Rockies, number 59.
Here we go. Player hitting. Let's see. We just want first baseman. Come on. Come on, MLB.com. You gotta work with me here. By the way, Ellie De La Cruz has the most stolen bases in all of baseball right now. By the way, he has 64. Just throwing that out there.
Timeout. That ball got him right there.
So, stolen bases by a first baseman, the one that has the most this season. It's Jake Bauers with 12. Jake Bauers? Really? And then Paul Goldschmidt has 11? Oh, jeez. Nolan Shanuel, he's got 10.
Oh, he's in there.
Then you have Luis Arias. Oh, my gosh. And Freddie Freeman with 9. Pete Alonso has 3 stolen bases this year. I wonder how many of these stolen bases were actually indifferent. That's true. There you go. So overall, he's being too aggressive on the base paths and at the plate. That could be just him being young, still getting acclimated to the MLB and everything. But I guess that's what the Reds have to go with. Just like the Mets had Pete Alonso to go with when he hit when he did the home run rookie record. Now what? He might not even be back in a Mets uniform next year.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Come on, Imanaga. Strike 3, sit down. Hasn't he been in a slump? Hasn't this been like a down year for him? Maybe it's the MLB The Show curse, you know? Or MLB The Show cover curse. You know, like the Madden curse? Or the Madden cover curse? Oh no, that's... Wow. Okay. I thought he was struggling, but maybe I was basing that off of how the Blue Jays were doing. And they have clearly struggled this year. All right, so we got a lot of home runs. We also got a lot of stolen bases as well. I can't believe they're not showing that in the stat line, but I'll be sure to check with the Ohtani program as soon as doesn't lead the league in any character. Yeah, like a solid. Yeah, that is a solid year. Unfortunately, it just didn't amount to anything or it didn't amount to much for the Blue Jays. They just shut down Bo Bichette, so he's done. But I mean, they were gonna shut down or not, but I mean, they weren't having a good season anyway. So, all right, so we're at 29 right now. Still need a lot of home runs with the season awards guys, which Schwarber could definitely help me out, as could Corbin Carroll and all those guys. He's got one more arbitration and then free agency. Okay, so it sounds like if the Blue Jays don't have a successful season next year, you know, he may be up for trade. That would be interesting. 15. So 15 would put me at 44. So I would get Cantillo and Hilliard, but I would not, but that would be it. Do I have a center fielder at all? Is there any center fielders that I can add? Tommy Edman, maybe. Yeah, Tommy Edman, of course. Oh my gosh. All right, let's take a look at the progress that I'm making here. So I got 12 home runs and 15 stolen bases. Just in that one game alone. One game. "12 home runs, 50 stolen bases." I'm telling you, do 15, do this 12. It could take a while. I'm not saying these games are going to be done or these programs are going to be done by this weekend. And don't forget, guys, that next week I'll be back streaming on Monday through Fridays. You know, but I'm going to do the moment as soon as I get to 40 program starts. Once I get there, then I'm getting to Ohtani. Well, you know what? I think we're going to put Mike Schmidt on the back burner. I think we're going to put him on the back burner. It's just it's not a top priority for me personally. It's just not. Did they add anything in terms of the new collections and everything? No, they did not. Okay. Maybe they'll do that for next season. Or not next season, but the next update when they introduce the new Battle Royale program as well as the new Ranked Seasons program. Maybe that's when we'll start to see more additions. You know what? I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Hank Aaron and Craig Biggio haven't been added to the GOATUS collection yet. Because those are two cards right there that, I can earn and not only get 5,000 subs, but 50 show packs as well. I'd love to have that. Well, let's keep it going. Actually, I don't even think we don't need any more for in terms of, yeah, tops now we're done, but I'll keep Angel or Luis Angel Acuna and Darren Baker in there because they swipe bags for me, and I need swipe bags. But we should start on. Maybe we can start putting some. Like some Phillies in there. If there are any Phillies, I'd like to have them. It doesn't look like I have anyone for. At least not for center field. Sorry, Winker, but you're no longer needed. Actually, do it. Yeah, I need to replace Winker. Don't believe that there's a third baseman here in the Phillies, unless I want to go Bone, but no. Brian, how is his speed? Mays has 96 speed, but don't know if that's enough. Jazz says equal speed and steal rating. You know what? Let's go Willie. We'll go Willie. And then first base, I mean... No, we need to keep... No, we could take that out. Don't I have Harper? Yeah, I'll put Harper in. Actually, now that I think about it, Real Muto should actually be... God, but then I gotta take out... Then I have to take out Adames. And I don't think I could do that right now. Or Diaz. And like I said, I can't do that right now. All right, so we're going to put Lorenzen and Mays down at the bottom so that Acuna and Baker can have their stolen bases. And then if Lorenzen and Mays get on, they'll be swiping bags. If not, oh well. Life goes on. All right, time to hop in another game. And actually, now that we don't, well, hold on. I need XP with Phillies pitchers. No, for Schmidt. I did, Dodger. See, hold on. I'll show you. Oops. Yeah, see, I got to the World Series reward pack. So, I went with Barry Larkin. Yeah, so I do need, or I can get XP with, or I can even do Rookie Series. Actually, no, I can't. No, I can't, because these are all. How's my week going? It's going all right. I'm in the middle of my work week, so. Marlins, too far. There we go. So let's see. Are there any Season 3 guys I could throw in? No. But I can keep working on Roy Halladay. What was he at? 466? Wild card. We'll use a wild card on him. And then, put in Wheeler. Might as well. Well, actually, we'll do this Wheeler. I am not going with Robin Roberts. No, thank you. Ooh. Take this guy. All right. And that way we can get our... Heck, we can even throw in some relievers here for the Phillies. We can take out Diekman. We can put in Strom. Sorry, Charlie Blackmon. You're done. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. All right, now we can head into a new game. How was your week, Dodger? How was yours? I mean, obviously, you have to be pretty excited over Ohtani reaching the 50-50 club. It's not a home run. I'm swiping with Corbin Carroll. It's got to be a home run or it's a single. Tired, but yeah, there you go. I mean, I don't think there was any doubt that the Dodgers were going to clinch. I mean, they're so good during the regular season. They're so good. It's really unfair, but you know, that's the Dodgers for you. So, you know, we'll see them in the playoffs. Or hopefully we'll see them in the playoffs as Mets fans. But, I mean, if the Mets were to get the third wild card, they would go up against if they were to beat the Brewers, they would have to beat the Phillies first. And then, if the Dodgers make it to the NLCS and the Mets meet them there, and we'll see you there. Nice. Attaboy, Diaz. That's a good home run right there. Also have to remember to put in some rookie standout guys as well. Because I gotta get that mission done for Mike Schmidt.
He's up.
Attaboy, Darren Baker.
Steal. He's safe. He's going.
So you think the Mets, if they were to make the playoffs, they're going to bounce? They're going to bounce in the first round?
One ball.
Man. Mets are hot right now.
Now pitching for the Rockies, number 46.
All right, let's see if I can steal a base with Willie Mays. Fortunately, he's not going to get the best start, but awesome! I'm just going to keep swiping bags.
That's a ball.
That's all I'm going to do.
Got him. On the tag.
Right? Whether I get them or not, we'll see what happens. But I'm just going to keep swiping bags with guys that I think are going to get me the stolen bags. I was kind of hoping Lorenzen would have. I'm excited for the. Yeah, I mean, they're going to have a tough end to their season where they go against the Braves, and you know that the Braves are going to be competing to. The Braves are going to be competing not to allow for that third wild card spot. Who knows? Maybe they have it locked up by the time they get through the Mets. By the time they get to the Royals, they may already be in it, and they may not care at that point. Who knows? There's so many different scenarios right now. But this last week of the MLB season is going to be fun. That's for sure. Obviously, I envy the Dodgers, the Guardians, the Phillies, because they're going to have their, they may very well clinch the NL East. I mean, they have to hope that they have to beat the Mets in this series, and then they have to hope that the Braves, the Mets and Braves beat up on one another, and then they can clinch. They'll probably clinch next week. So, I think what would really make this interesting, I don't think it's going to happen, but I think what would make it really interesting is if the Mets swept the Phillies. Because now we're talking about the division being in play. Again, I don't think it's going to happen. The Phillies are too good to allow the Mets to sweep them. But I'm saying that is a possibility, and if that happens, I mean, the Mets are only going to be, I think, 2 games behind the Phillies in the division. I have to look. Hold on. Let's see. Scores. Standings. Oh, right now the Mets are 6 games back, so even if they were to sweep the Phillies, they would be 3 games back at best. So they would essentially have to hope that the Phillies get swept, and then they got to beat the Braves. They can't lose the Braves. I'm just saying, I don't think it'll happen. I think that's too much. I think the Mets should just be satisfied with getting to the playoffs, because after all, if you had told me at the start of this season that the Mets were going to have a wild card, have a chance at the playoffs, I would have said, heck yeah, I'll take that. After all, they got swept by the Brewers. They lost 2 out of 3 against the Tigers to start out the season. So it was not a good start. And I think a lot of people expected it to be a rough start, or expected it to be a rough season for the Mets. So I'll take playoffs. I'll take playoffs if we can get it.
Hey. 1-1. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if the Mets do make it to the playoffs, I'm not so sure how I can possibly explain this kind of a season to the average baseball fan. I really can't. Like, How am I going to explain Grimace or the Mets season turning around because of Grimace, OMG, and a pimp and a rally pimp? How can I explain that? I swear, I swear that if I were to do that to someone out on the street here, they'd look at me as though I had 12 heads. I also really don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know if you guys saw what the Mets are doing through their when the opposing team at their stadium makes a pitching change. I don't know if you saw that, but basically the stadium goes dark and then there's music like a siren and people scream, "Oh!" Like to me, that's that to me is very similar to what the Atlanta Braves do, and I gotta tell you, I'm not in favor of it. I'm really not in favor. For that reason, I think it's merely taking what the Atlanta Braves do and making it our own, putting our own spin on it, and I'm not in favor of that. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. Maybe there are people who love it. But I don't think the Mets should have gone down there. Not that it matters anyway, because let's say they do get to the playoffs. I mean, the wild card round, they're not going to have home field advantage. They just aren't. Let's say they get through there. Now we got to wait on Game 3 and possibly a fourth in the NLDS going to Citi Field. And if we make it through there, to the NLCS, then games 3 and 4 and possibly a fifth are at Citi Field. Honestly, I think maybe the Mets squeak by in the first round, but the second round I think it's too tough. For the NLDS, it's just too tough if they do make it, because the Phillies are really good, especially in the playoffs. If this were 2022, I would have much more confidence about the Mets. But the fact is, I don't have confidence in them right now because they're hot. Yes, they're hot. But I've been through enough postseasons, or I've been through two postseasons where the Mets eventually cooled off. I would like to be proven wrong. I mean, after all, I thought this season was over following the Oakland A's series. I thought that was it. So far, I'm being proven wrong. But the playoffs are a whole different scenario. And you're going up against some of the best teams in the National League. Right? Brewers already swept them at home in a 4-game series. And then you have the Brewers coming up at the end of the season, which who knows what the situation is going to be like at that point.
Number 57, Jim Bailey.
And then let's say you get through the Brewers or the Padres. I mean, Mets at least had the season series against the Padres. Well, that would be nice. But San Diego is fighting for its life. The only motivation for the White Sox right now is they avoid losing more than 120 games. That's their only motivation.
That's outside.
Believe me, Dodger, I want that too. Because if the White Sox perform well against the Padres, that's ground that the Mets can make up on the Padres in the wild card round. But it looks like that best hope is going to have to be when the D-backs and Padres meet up against each other in the final series of the season. Strike 3, sit down. I have actually not done that all day today. Or I did not do that in the first game. Not that I can recall.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit down. The way I see it, Dodger, that's a big, big hope. That, I think the Padres are going to handle business against the White Sox, much like the Mets handled business against the Washington Nationals. Swept them.
1-0.
I mean, again, I hope I'm wrong, but it's the White Sox we're talking about. If it were any other team, I would say that, or if it was, I don't know, if it were the Braves, that would be fantastic. Because that's a win-win situation for the Mets. Either the Padres lose and the Mets gain ground on them, or the Braves lose and they extend and they get a bit of a cushion, so to speak. That's assuming that the Mets would win. They got to win.
Leading off for the Rockies, the catcher,
There's just so many factors that are going into this final week and a half. Like I said, the Mets have to play as though every game is their last of this season. That if they don't win, their playoffs are over. That's how I would approach every game.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Not in desperation mode, but more as like, okay, I gotta do what I can do to help this team win. Help my team win. Help them put themselves in position to win. That's how I would approach it. And maybe Lindor is thinking that way. Maybe Alonso's thinking that way. Acuna. Maybe the pitchers, Severino, Manaea, Peterson.
batting ninth, the designated hitter, Hunter. Goodman.
Ball, that's out.
Quintana, I mean, granted he... What do you have? He gave up 6 runs. No? Or did he only give up the 3? Maybe he only gave up the 3. But even still, that's still a quality start for Quintana. I mean, considering what he has done this season, that's actually really good. Let's see. Dang it! Let's see. Oh, it's on Apple TV Plus. Of course it is. Of course it freaking is. Let's see. Quintana Oh, it was actually Severino. Oh, Quintana must have pitched. He must have pitched against the Nationals. Okay, well, that's the Nationals. That's like. Still, would that put him? That would actually put him in line to start the first game against the Atlanta Braves. Oh, jeez. That is definitely not what I wanted to see. Of course, you know, Severino is going to have that off day. Maybe they can slot him in or he's going to be on 5 days rest after tonight, after last night, tonight, or he's going to have tonight, Saturday. Oh no, maybe it's not enough.
Ball one.
Oh, excuse me. Let me think here for a second. So,
What do you got?
you'll have tonight, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night. Yeah, it's not enough. He would have to start the second game. That's on Wednesday night. Strike 3, sit down. But I mean, that would be a huge game. So, oh gosh, Quintana is going to have to start Tuesday night. He better have another game like he did against the Nationals. That's all I could say. The Mets cannot afford to lose any ground to the Atlanta Braves. They just can't. Strike 3, sit out. I mean, you're only talking about 2 games separating the Mets from the Braves in the wild card right now.
Ball one.
Strike 3, sit out. And that's assuming that the Braves, I don't know who the Braves go up against this weekend, but I'm assuming that they're not going to make up any ground against the Mets heading into Atlanta. You know, that isn't to say that they aren't going to lose ground to the Mets. I'm just under the assumption that they won't gain any ground. They may. In fact, I fully expect they will, because this is the Phillies, for crying out loud. And I can't believe I forgot to steal bases with Baker, or with Acuna and Baker. So now we're going to pull off the double steal. Nice. No. Nope. Go back. Go back. I should have just left that alone. Wow, look at Willie Mays getting a good jump. Awesome. I think I could turn off my AC. Yes, I think. There we go.
Number 61. Justin.
All right, so can Corbin Carroll get a base hit so that I could drive in Willie Mays, or he could just get a home run and drive Mays and himself in. I guess that works. Yes, that works. Attaboy, Schwarber. Let's see. Who do the Mets go up against? Or not the Mets, the Braves. Who do the Braves go up against this weekend? Who do the Atlanta Braves play this weekend? Miami Marlins. Okay, so then the Mets have to assume that the Atlanta Braves are not going to lose a single game against the Marlins. They have to assume. So that's going to put even more pressure on this series against Philly.
Oh, that's out.
It was never going to be easy for the Mets. Never was. But like I said, the fact that they even made it this far, pretty amazing.
Now pitching for the Rockies, number 54.
All right, from ya. Go ahead and get those swipe bags. We need those for Ohtani. Oh, excuse me. All right, Baker, you know what you need to do. That is not what I needed you to do.
One ball, two strikes.
Okay. Holiday, excuse me, Roy Holiday. Keep calling him Holiday. It's not. It's Halliday. Strike three, sit down.
Now at third baseman, Ryan.
Put some respect on that man's name, god damn it. Oh, excuse me. Let's go to first, yeah. No shot at second. If he had grabbed it, I definitely would have thrown it to second, gotten a double play, but... Strike three, sit down. Well, I'm going to switch to a different sport because baseball just makes me stressful. I'm going to talk about football now. Because, boy, am I riding high. I mean, finally, this is the type of game I was hoping to see from the Jets. Oh, my gosh. Finally, Rodgers throws over 200 yards. In fact, he got close to 300 yards. Finally, him and Garrett Wilson were, well, actually, they were always linking up. They did it in the first game. But finally, like, some of the tight ends are actually getting involved. I saw Ruckert get a reception. I saw Conklin get a reception. You know, finally, Aaron Rodgers is moving around out of the pocket, making plays. Finally, the defense actually shows what it can do and shuts down or limits the Patriots to 3 freaking points. Finally, the Jets have a good game. And you know what? After so many years of watching Tom Brady and the Patriots dominate the Jets, this win feels so good. Yes, I know last year they did beat the Patriots, but it just didn't feel the same. It didn't feel the same as last night. Rodgers finally getting some passing yards, throwing some touchdown passes. The defense shutting down the Patriots. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That is the type of game that I think a lot of Jet fans were hoping to see. Now, me personally, I think they should have scored more points. But, you know what? Take the little victories. You got to take the little victories whenever you can get them. Even if it is against the Patriots and people are like, oh, well, the Patriots aren't good anyway, so what does it matter? Well, you know what? It matters to the Jets. For a number of reasons. One, finally the offense breaks out, has a good game, or Rodgers finally has a good game. I think the running backs, Braylon Allen, boy, what a pickup he is. I thought he would just play second bananas to Breece Hall, but my God, he has been solid. He has been solid for the Jets. You know, I'm really hoping that Breece Hall can limit the fumbles because that's like his second or third one this season, and that's not good if you're averaging a fumble a game. Just because the Patriots didn't capitalize on it, and I don't think the Titans did either. I think it was only the 49ers that did. Doesn't mean that those opportunities should be there. So I hope that Breece Hall learns to keep control of the football. Still a great running back, but obviously carrying needs to be worked on. He can't allow players to punch the football out of his arms. Maybe that's just easier for me to say it than for him to actually do it. But I'm just calling it for what I see. What I see is that Breece Hall is fumbling. I'll take this win. This is a much-needed win. I'm not sure who the Jets... I think it's another home game for them, but I'm not sure who it's up against. Not the Bills. It's definitely not the Bills. Let's see. You can look on the ESPN and find out.
Goodman.
Let me throw this pitch.
Hey.
So next up is the Broncos. Okay.
Ah. 0-2 is the count.
I'll take the Broncos. That should be a good one. And then it looks like they're going to head out to London for a game against the Vikings. Season 3. Oh, nice. I better get my butt over there. Who knows? That might be, maybe, I'll pick up, Mania. Mania would be great. Although that should bring his price down. Because if everyone picks him up, then his price is going to go down. So, we'll see. We'll see what I have to see what the pack is worth.
Leading off for the lineup, the shortstop,
It's not a home run. Sweep or steal the bags. Darn it. Darn it, Acuna. Need you to swipe bags. Oh. I don't care then. Because I already finished season or the programs for drop 1, 2, and 3. It's 4 I'm worried about. Darn. Okay, well then I don't care. Thanks for getting my hopes up. Squash. Squash.
Yep, that ball went out. Hey. 1-1. Ah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3.
Strike 3, sit down. Get that XP, Holiday. The only way we're actually gonna get some XP. I mean, Schwarber and Harper are definitely helping. They're helping. Yeah. Also could have thrown in Aaron Nola, too. But first I wanted to make sure that the season or the Drops 4 program got completed first. You know, Ohtani, Harp, or Schmidt, I'll work on. But it's also got to be about. It's also got to be about the
1 ball, 2 strikes.
you know the program first, the Drops. That's top priority right now. Then we can worry about Schmidt and Ohtani after that.
leading off for Long Island, the right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
No! Darn it! I want Corbin Carroll to get on base. I want him to get stolen bags.
Counts 1-0.
Attaboy Adamas.
Now pitching for the Rockies, number 59.
Okay, I'll take a base hit by Diaz.
The first baseman, number 3, Bryce Harper.
Now let me be clear. When I get excited about the Jets and everything, that doesn't make me think they're gonna win the Super Bowl. If anything, that series against, or that game against the 49ers where they got absolutely pummeled. I mean, you can argue that the Jets offense was just trying to, or I want to argue that the Jets offense was trying to ease Rodgers in. But still, that's the defending NFC champions right there, and they just ran all over the Jets. So, I think, at the very least, my expectation for the Jets at this point is that they make the playoffs. Whatever happens after that, that's just icing on the cake. But for now, my expectations are simply make the playoffs. And keep Rodgers healthy. I don't know if you guys saw that. Morgan Moses went down, so that's a pretty big blow to the offensive line, but that's why they drafted the left tackle from Penn State, you know? And I thought he did a good job filling in for Moses. I thought he did a very good job. Strike 3, sit down. So that's the way I've always seen linemen, is that man goes down, next man up. And I thought the rookie from Penn State did a good job. I will say, though, I'm a little bit concerned about Rodgers' demeanor after the win. It just seemed like he was kind of like, whatever. You know, like, I saw Gardner very excited. I saw Breece Hall get excited. Braylon Allen, he was excited. I don't understand why Rodgers had to be so indifferent. I mean, maybe he was excited, but he certainly didn't show it. And it's like, okay, so what? What? Was there something disappointing about that game? Because to me, it looked like the Jets been doing wrong. They scored 24 points against the New England Patriots. They limited them to 3. So the offense and defense was spectacular. Special teams, I mean, they had I think Zerline missed the field goal, or one of the field goals. But other than that, like, it was a pretty, decent night for the special teams. So I'm very worried about Rodgers' demeanor. That's all I'm worried about. Just looked like he was kind of like indifferent to it, not excited. Dude, this is, and even that interaction he had with Salah on the sideline, like, yeah, Rodgers. I think Rodgers explained it, and I think Salah did too. It was just Salah trying to be excited, and Rodgers, and it was 2 scores at that point, and Rodgers like, it's only 2 scores. Like, dude, be pumped. I get you may be trying to keep a composure or whatnot, but my God, you finally had a good game. And I mean a good 4-quarter game. Not just, oh, we came back in the second half, so, 2 quarters were great, but the first two against the Titans were terrible. No. From the opening whistle to the last whistle, the Jets had a great game. That's the only thing that concerns me, is that Rodgers isn't excited. Or it doesn't seem like he's excited. Maybe people just deal with it a different way. I don't know, but as a fan, that would concern me. And it does concern me. Yeah, I guess I needed Corbin Carroll just to be offline. Because not sure I can trust him online. Excuse me. I don't think I do trust him. All right. Let's see where we are with the missions here. We are now at 23 home runs, so we're just under halfway there. And we're at 39 stolen bases, so we just need 11 more, and then we complete that mission. Oh, wait. Okay, so now I'm at 39. Yeah, there's not much else for me to do here. Oh, Imanaga, that's right. Imanaga. Well, I can just do the first I could just do moments from here on out, and I'll finish up the drop program.
Hey. 0-1's the count. Hey.
Just need to get one strikeout here.
Ball.
Just one.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Strike 3, sit down. You know what's funny? This series against the Padres and the White Sox, I'm so conflicted because the Mets fan in me right now, or the current Mets fan in me, is like hoping that the Padres have a bad series against the White Sox and thus gives the Mets a chance to another opportunity to be in the playoffs and everything. But part of me also wants the White Sox to lose so that they can have more losses than the 1962 Mets. So it's very conflicting for me. I mean, that seems silly. Like, obviously I should want the White Sox to beat the Padres, and I do. But I also don't want the 1962 Mets to remain the worst MLB team or modern era MLB team in MLB history. Because there is actually one team that has had more losses than the 1962 Mets, and it was actually in the 1800s. If I'm not mistaken, it was the Cleveland Spiders in 1899. And I think they had 133 losses. I have to look it up, but that's gone. Oh, no, it's not. Wow, I lucked out. Let's see. Cleveland Spiders most losses. I was actually wrong. It was the right year. It was the right team, but I actually underestimated their losses. They actually have 139 losses that year. 139. Dang. I thought it was 133. I don't think anyone's going to come close to 139. The White Sox certainly aren't. But that's why I say the worst team in the modern MLB history.
Outside, that's a ball.
But in terms of worst baseball team in history, definitely not the 1962 Mets.
He's out.
You know what was funny was that I was looking at the articles, or I was looking at an article for the team with the most losses. And obviously, I knew that the Mets were going to have like the 1962 Mets, 120 losses. Yeah, I was expecting. But I was surprised to learn like just how many other teams in the modern era were really, really bad. I mean, and I'm not just talking about the White Sox right now. Like 2018 Baltimore Orioles, they actually came close. They had over 100 losses. A lot of people, I think, forget about that. But the Baltimore Orioles, not so long ago, 6 years ago, in fact, had over 100 losses. They were close. And I think there was another MLB team, too. Let's see. MLB teams worst record. I mean, the 2003 Detroit Tigers with 119 losses. 1916 Philadelphia Athletics and Baltimore Orioles in 2018 had 115 losses. How crazy is that? The 2019 Detroit Tigers had 114 losses. The 2023 Oakland Athletics, 112 losses. And you know what's funny? That's tied with the 1965 Mets as well. The Houston Astros, I think this is funny. 2013, the very first year they played in American League Baseball, they lost 111 games. So did the 2004 Arizona Diamondbacks. Let's see, the 2021 D-backs lost 110 games. The Baltimore Orioles, 110 games same year. I mean, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Poor Casey Stengel. Had to manage the worst Mets teams in history. Poor guy. Yet we still revere him. We still respect him. His number is retired. Strike three, sit down. Come on, make that play. Yes! Thank you. I think that's Esturi Ruiz that made that play.
0-1's the count. Hey! No balls, 2 strikes. Nope, outside.
Come on, Basso. Strike three, sit down. Yep, there was no requirement for me to All right, so I gotta hit a home run. It's just, do I hit it in the same game or in one plate appearance, or do I try to take a game to do it? Well, since this is at Colorado, I think that's a better shot than Chicago. Let's see how this goes. And the ball game is over, as Howie Rose would say.
Now back, left fielder.
So he's had an 0 for 3 day up until this at bat, where he came through and hit a home run. Interesting. I definitely hope for next year's MLB The Show game, MLB The Show 25. I hope they don't do this again. I really do. I hope that they had a position pack too. So if you haven't gotten Anthony Rizzo yet, there's a flash sale for it right now that you could go and get.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Well, that is definitely not that is not a home run. Maybe it should have been an extra base hit. Extra base hit, I would have had this mission done. And maybe that's it. Oh, wow! Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Dang. To have a home run stolen like that.
Inside, ball 1.
Oh my gosh. There we go. You ain't stealing that home run. All right, well, Michael Bush is officially mine. Gotta do this. Headliners pack. Okay, I'll take that. I have no problem with a headliners pack. Yeah, so there's Bush. And we were one short. Never mind. I thought maybe if we got all of them, then maybe it'd work out. But it didn't. Alright, well. Guess we'll go drop 3. Might as well. I'm just gonna flip it. Okay. Pack 41. I already have John Franco, so I don't want him again. Good. I didn't get him. And then we'll open up these packs. Okay. Second one. Good. 500 jersey that sells for 500. How much is Mania now? 63. I'm debating it. I am debating it. Okay. You know, buy one and then see what happens. But I don't want to do that because what happens if it's not Manaya? What happens if it's Acuna? You know, then at least I could sell Acuna for or for like, what was it? 20. That will only get me 18,000 subs. So really worth it? I don't think so. Oh, hey, wait a minute. I already have 4, so if I get 8, then I could get Vladdy Jr. Cool. Although, isn't his card, like, Live Series higher rated? Not really. I mean, it's 20,000 subs. So, Paige, Tony. Yeah. Miller, Santana. Of course. Of course, I should have realized that. Give me Turner. He always sells well. And I guess Felix. Oh, and Gunner. Sad part is I can't sell these. But that's why I went with the higher overalls, because, you know, now I can quick sell them. I got 4. So quick sell, quick sell, quick sell, quick sell. That might have actually gotten me back up to my to where I needed to be. The only ones I can sell are Gibson, Leonard, Kane, and Utley. Those are the only ones. You know what? I'll keep them. I'll keep them. It's really no big deal, honestly. I am literally doing everything in my power right now to make sure that I freaking. I'm doing everything in my power right now to make sure that I do anything but play a game. Okay, so. And where was I? Oh, yeah, I think I already went over that. You know what? Let's do some of the moments to. Why don't we do some of the Schmidt moments just to round out this stream? Because I'm approaching 6 o'clock here, or it's just actually under 6. It might be. Let's see. Yeah, it's 5:38.
The batter, the
2:20
third
into this stream,
Mike.
so
Schmidt.
12 minutes, 2:32. That is not a walk-off home run, Schmidt. Sorry to tell you that. See, I thought when they did the 8 players, I thought they were talking about the 8 players that were in the 8 players in the program or the collection. Should have known it wouldn't be that easy. But I mean, 20,000 stubs for live series guys that I wasn't going to be able to sell anyway. I easily made that back up. So really, I just got 4 free cards.
Ball. 1-0.
I don't know if they'll ever do another
1-1.
pack like that, because as long as they can keep it cheap, then that would really help me complete the collection.
2-2.
And I could get Vladdy Jr. Oh, that was the pitch right there. That was it. Excuse me. See, I think this is the rookie Mike Schmidt card. Or actually, I'm sorry. No, 20 minutes here would bring me to... 20 minutes from here would bring me to 242. Okay. I think that's a good long stream. There we go. There's the home run that I was looking for from Schmidt. I gotta drive in two RBIs on a base hit. That is not a base hit. In fact, that won't even be an RBI. I'm curious as to which Mike Schmidt card I'm using. Oh, I'm using the 99. Oh. Okay.
Oh, 1-2. That's it.
Yeah, in all honesty, I don't think any of these. Only the Chase Pack one was really worth it. Because you have to usually spend like 75,000 subs just to get a Chase Pack. And then hope that somewhere along the line, in those 75 packs, you manage to pull a Chase Pack out. Other than that, I mean, I already have Rizzo, so there's no point in me getting the out of position player or out of position pack 2. There's no point in that. And the season awards one, if it had dropped 4, I would have been all excited about it. But it didn't. It only had seasons or drops 1 through 3. All right, so I'm definitely going to earn Mike Schmidt his rookie card. mean, I'll be honest, I'm not too thrilled about it, but what you can do?
Batting third, the third baseman, Mike Schmidt.
That's the ball. 1-0.
All right, that's one hit. I don't know if it's me, but did they make Mike Schmidt like thinner? I always thought he was a big guy. I mean, I'm not a Phillies fan, so I'm not really sure. But I always thought, him being a power hitting third baseman, I thought he was a little bit bigger. It kind of looks like they made him skinny.
1-0.
Hey, how about that for a second hit in the game? A home run that gives the Phillies the lead in the bottom of the eighth. And I can't believe I just said that way. Well, whatever. Mike Schmidt. Oh, dang. He was a rookie in 1973? Holy shit. All right. 6 total bases. So, like 3 doubles will do it. Home run obviously makes it much easier. I should be looking to pull, because then I can put it over the left field fence.
1 ball, no strike.
Okay, there's a single.
No, that's out.
Another single. So now I definitely need the home run in order to get the mission done.
That's a ball. 1-0.
And I do want to remind you guys that next week I will be back to streaming Monday through Friday from 3 to 6. Again, going back to the schedule that I was on prior to me moving the days over the summer. I can't believe I'm getting one more opportunity. But, so that will occur next week. And if there are any issues with me streaming on a day, like I have to work a day, then that's fine. We'll make it up on the weekend. I think we'll make it up on Sunday, not Saturday. Saturday's just too tough for me. Sunday would be a more appropriate time. But if we have to make up 2 streams, then we'll do both Saturday and Sunday. Alright, so there's 1 double. That's going to get caught.
Ball.
Gosh. This moment may end up taking me the rest of the stream to complete.
Ball. Ball.
There we go. Maybe that can get over enough height. Yes. All right. Finally, home run. Albeit not the way I expected it, but let that be a double. Let that be a double. Yes. Oh my gosh! Did you see that? The ball literally bounced on top of the wall and then went over. It was like, do I want it to be a double or do I want to be a triple? I'm gonna go double. All right. And then the last one here, or not the last one, but Schmidt with his gotta get a home run. Mark his 500th career home run.
0-1's the count.
That is not a home run. Wasn't Barry Bonds on this team, the 1987 Pirates?
1-0.
I wonder. When did Barry Bonds play for the Pirates? 1986, it looks like his first season with them was. That's crazy. '86. So yes, Bonds was definitely on this Pittsburgh Pirates team.
Mike Schmidt.
Dang.
One.
Yeah, except it needs to be a home run, Schmidt. Gotta be a home run. You can celebrate all you want, driving in the game-tying RBI and everything. If you can't get that ball over the wall, there's no reason to celebrate. It's gotta be that, a home run. I'm trying. I am really trying, okay? Don't know how I hit the first home run or how I hit the home run against the Astros, but wow. Oh, okay. So, all right. So it wasn't one plate appearance like I initially thought it was. No, it just was one game. If it went into the extras, like, great.
Naive. No balls, 2 strikes.
That was close. Yeah, it was going to be tough for it to be. I mean, they say it's one game, but how often does it happen that
Naive.
Philadelphia and Pittsburgh end up winning?
0-1
Like,
the count.
or this game, what's the chances that it goes into
Yep, that ball went
extras?
out.
Can't rely on that. It has to be done in this inning. It has to.
Nope, that's inside.
Can I please just hit this home run with Mike Schmidt? Please, it's literally the last moment that I need to do. Well,
The first baseman,
Christ. Only have a few more attempts at this. Best chance I've had all night or all stream. Thank God. All right. That's the Mike Schmidt moments. I know there's an extreme one, but when have you guys ever seen me complete the I'm not doing that. Nope. Nope. That is not happening. Oops. Oops. Did not want to do that yet. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. So thank you to everyone who tuned in. Even if it was only for a moment, I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you liked the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on X at TTVNextJGGen24. It's my gamer tag that's in the upper left there. So go give me a follow. I'll usually post whenever I go live. You can also turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start up a stream. I mean, we got it was a good day. We got the drops, the season 3 awards drop 4 program done. We made some excellent progress in the Shohei Ohtani milestone. program. And not only that, but we're also at 20 program stars in the Mike Schmidt program. So I'm not saying that these programs are going to be done this weekend, but we're on a good pace to do it. So, yes, Dodger, I will be going live tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to pick up where I left off here in the Schmidt and Ohtani program. So I hope you'll tune in tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. And until then, guys, have a good night.